Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45. NCTV45. Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45. NCTV45. Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45.
Must understand the importance of the decision you have made. When you call the William and Roger Department,
NCTV45. Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45.
must understand the importance of the decision you have made. When you call the William and Roger Department,
NCTV45. Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45.
must understand the importance of the decision you have made. When you call the William and Roger Department,
NCTV45. Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45.
must understand the importance of the decision you have made. When you call the William and Roger Department,
NCTV45. Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45.
must understand the importance of the decision you have made. When you call the William and Roger Department,
NCTV45. Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45.
must understand the importance of the decision you have made. When you call the William and Roger Department,
NCTV45. Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45.
must understand the importance of the decision you have made. When you call the William and Roger Department,
NCTV45. Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45.
must understand the importance of the decision you have made. When you call the William and Roger Department.
Good morning, Newcastle, and a very pleasant welcome to NCTV45. And well, Tuesday, the 21st of April, and we have quite a bit to get to. So we're just going to plow out of this situation, and as I go from top to bottom on these days that are so fast moving news days, there becomes very little time to even prepare the news, most of all digest it. I want to thank the are you ready? 20,000 people that tuned in yesterday to Newswatch midday. And I'll tell you, after having that and taking a look around, I had to regroup and go home. Very disheartening, if you would, and I just we'll talk about it. Currently 51 degrees outside, and as rain in the next few minutes. It's matter of fact, looks like it's starting to go down now and come down now, so you're starting to get this. You know, here's the one thing that I appreciate. You know, you have to look for, in the gray skies that have come over our state, our city, our county, you have to look for a silver lining. And I try to find that silver lining in people. I may not agree. Lord knows, a lot of times I don't agree. Well, the silver lining is this. I appreciate the number of times I've called Harrisburg. And yeah, this guy, Governor Tom Wolf, has taken my call, answered a question, and the other day, well, he wrote back. Thank you, dear Angelo, thank you for the correspondence regarding Senate Bill 613. Please know that I take your comments and concern with the utmost seriousness as Pennsylvanians continue to take the necessary steps to keep our citizens safe. My highest priority remains protecting the health and safety of the Commonwealth during this time. All Pennsylvanians have important roles to play in stopping the spread of COVID-19 and saving lives. Excuse me. These unprecedented times are no easy choices. Reopening tens of thousands of businesses too early will increase the spread of the virus, placing more risk, increasing death tolls, and extending the time of economic hardship created by the pandemic. Instead of, we need a measured, staggered approach to reopening. The approach needs to include not only the decline in the spread of the virus, but also integrated approach for how and when to open businesses, additional measures to ensure our businesses are safe, our healthcare system can support us, although we no longer see exponential growth in the new cases. The peak of COVID-19 cases has likely not been reached. And I'm going to stop right there. I don't know if it's been reached in Philadelphia. I believe it's been reached here. That's my quote. Now back to his letter. We need to continue to bend the curve. We need to stay at home. If we let go of the strategy too soon, our progress will be lost. For these reasons, I vetoed 613. I also asked schools and businesses to close, canceled large events, and stay at home in an effort to simply keep our friends and neighbors and our families and our co-workers alive. I will be forever grateful for the courage and compassion and speed, despite uncertainty. Pennsylvanians will collectively, not because of any order, but because of deep care for each other. Now I am asking again for you to believe in the Commonwealth. I have announced a plan, and he has the plan, that the people, that the provided citizens and businesses relief allow a safe, expedient reopening and lay a road to recovery with the challenges and hardships created by the 2019 novel coronavirus. It is important to remember that the most accurate information regarding the Department of Health and CDC, if you should have any questions, he goes on to give me that. Pennsylvania Department of Health, Centers for Disease Control. For additional information, please visit the governor's newsroom, which I keep you abreast on. And thank you for cooperation as we work hard as Pennsylvanians, safe and informed. So that in from Governor Wolf. the plan, relief, reopening, and recovery. The relief, the Wolf administration has taken far-reaching to help meet the long-term needs of individuals with the pandemic, and that goes on with food security, student loan debt, individuals who are underinsured or uninsured. Okay. Business relief. The Department of Revenue has extended tax filing deadlines. But Governor, there's no money coming in to pay those taxes. The Department of Community and Economic Development, $60 million available for small businesses. Yesterday we were on a site for small business, and I will say right here, it didn't have anything to do with the state. It had to do with the United States Chamber of Commerce. It's so bad, the site crashed. This morning I went to the site and you couldn't get on. Banks and mortgage servicers align with Pennsylvania CARES Act, Federal CARES Act, and then he has thank you Pennsylvania businesses. That's a lot to digest in his little letter. I brought it to you first. I thank him for recognizing NCTV45. I mean, he has every time we've called. And for that, I totally appreciate it. Planet Fitness. And let me tell you, everybody does something different. You're cooking a castle. As I see a future in your cooking a castle, you're probably going to be getting a show on wings. I did 80 of them last night. I ought to know. Tune in to the 7 p.m. workout, Facebook, live workouts, everything. Planet Fitness has a whole schedule for you all this week. Motivation Monday, start the morning off at 8 a.m. Motivation Monday at 7 p.m. And since we're on Tuesday, Teddy Tuesday. Teddy is back with a popular demand. So, now, yesterday, unless you were living under a rock, he's extended the stay-at-home order till May 8th. Let's see how I can wrap my arms around this. Stay-at-home amendment. Okay. I hereby amend my order, individual stay-at-home deadline from April 1st. The first sentence of the section is amended to go effective May 8th. So that's that. The health secretary, I could care less about her. I might do a spoof on that later. Okay, and we already know we've been going through this, so the wearing a mask is a recommendation. If I was in New York, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, but we've been so at home in Lawrence County, I'm not seeing it, and I'm inside a little box with me and my son, and that's it. So then we go home, eat supper, and go to sleep. I'm the only one that drives my car also. Later on today, there's going to be the Department of Agriculture outlines for farm labor camps. And I'm sure they'll have some information on that. Excuse me. The Wolf administration submits a state plan to request support for food access for students during the COVID crisis. The Department of Human Services and Education today submitted a plan for food and nutrition services of the U.S. Department, USDA, to provide STEM to students eligible to receive free and reduced priced meals through the National School Lunch Program, known as the Pandemic Electronic Benefit Transfer. Is temporary and is designed to bridge the gap left by schools closing due to COVID-19. And this tells you about the far-reaching problems of this. A lot of kids got free and reduced lunch, and they'll still need to eat breakfast and lunch. And Tom Wolf administration is committed to doing everything. But we had a program right here, and the Hoyt was involved with this. Empty bowls and the United Way. Our community stepped up, and we couldn't do empty bowls. Thus, and that's what's frustrating, and that's what I was trying to explain to the governor, that it's beyond me that extra week, which doesn't sound like much, is a hell of a lot. And maybe they just weren't ready for the reopening. Again, my opinion. Governor Wolf signed Senate Bill 841 to provide flexibility with local governments. This makes sense. Reauthorize the Pennsylvania Healthcare Cost Containment Council and requires it to study the impact of COVID-19 on hospitals and healthcare system, allow local governments to conduct remote public hearings, provide property tax relief by allowing taxing districts to waive late fees and penalties for taxes paid, allow districts to renegotiate contracts with service providers to ensure payment of personnel, and allow remote notarization of documents. And definitely things that have to be done as we continue on with Newswatch. And you know, it makes it very difficult to just do business. This is what we're streaming through. Continuing on, Governor Wolf online vehicle process. He talked about car sales are through the floor. I mean, construction halted. This is the, so he wants to restart an online auto sales process, construction, and restart date PLCB curbside pickup. Okay, governor's, he amended that, and I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Go to ShenangoAutoSales.com and see, maybe you want to buy a car. Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board begins limited curbside delivery program. And so if you're thirsty, I guess that's fine wine and good spirits.com. Now, here's the part where I have much disagreement. And I think the only thing that's fair is to go to sports. My son made this. I think it's great. It's accurate. It gives me a chance to get a cup of coffee, a little drink. And this tells you, and I'm going, there's two things coming up for you here. One, I want you to understand what the youth of this state and all the way down into this county have missed. Okay, understand, we are not Philadelphia. Maybe the governor's worried about people leaving Philly and driving elsewhere, and he can't stop them all. I don't know. I'm not going to put words in his mouth. But what I am going to do is show you this video, and when we get back, I'm going to break this down by zip code and show you, if you haven't watched Newswatch Midday yesterday, show you by zip code where it is. Now, I'm going to tell you straight out, ignore the fact that he wanted to color the whole map red. He must have lost his yellow crayon and blue crayon and green crayon, because it was all so easy, and my son's laughing over there. It was all so easy when you had different colors. But maybe he wanted to be a red hurricane. I don't know. We could maybe send him a hat. Okay? So here's the Cedars Sports Corner. We'll be right back. But maybe he wants
The Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. The Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. The Cedars Restaurant in the Cedars wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. The Restaurant in the Cedars wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. The Restaurant in the Cedars wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. The Restaurant in the Cedars wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more.
folks, now we're back. And rain and 51 degrees outside. Here is your COVID map. That's the map of Pennsylvania that we'll put right there. Now, let me explain to you what came out of yesterday's meeting. With yesterday's meeting, they introduced another map. Okay. And this isn't Dora the Explorer. Okay. That map has detailed information by zip code. Now, here's what you have to understand, and I'm going to kind of shrink this up so that it sits right there above my head. Now, here is the other map, and then we're going to go over this so that you understand what we're dealing with as far as the zip code issue. Now, with this, and going to put it like this, as I don't know why that did that, but you get a pretty rough idea. Now, first of all, the governor OD'd in red. Okay, he put the map red all over. Okay, and now you have to be a little bit nuts to do this. Excuse me, but you know what? It's like at home when I tell them I'm right. Don't even go there and tell me that I'm not, because I am. Okay? Now, with that, it tells you or makes you assume that, and he covered up his map just now, that the whole thing is red. And that isn't the truth. Look at this. My. And this is, folks, this is what I'm telling you about the problem that we have with the way this whole thing is unraveled. That it's just not right that the information gets so hidden that people find a very difficult time accessing what they need to know. You know, here's your statewide map again. And as there you go. He OD'd in red, folks, and you get it. Now, here's what's important, and follow me through. First, the map above my head takes it by county. In his press release, and you know, everything's going to be directed at the governor, because I'm sorry, but his choice for health secretary is a miserable failure of a person that, in my humble opinion, has problems. beyond what anybody can state here as. The statewide total as of yesterday, and this probably at noon, and yeah, I'm going to say noon, 12:12, 33,232. Wrong. That's the total number of cases. It's not telling about people that got better. And the people that have built up antibodies to COVID-19. So we do not have 33,232 cases. Now, with that, the governor has broken this down by county and has broken it down by zip code. Now, here's the real crux of the thing. When you look at Lawrence County, they're saying we have 59 cases and 5 deaths. Apparently, they took the 2 deaths and said that was because they traveled to a hot spot, so those are on New Orleans. Then, taking the red map, Lil, did you ever have one of those kids in class that decided they wanted a red crayon and they just colored the whole paper red? That's what the governor did there. The whole paper isn't red. It makes it difficult to pick out. The ones that are almost black, maybe you wanted to be a Newcastle Red Hurricane, I don't know. But the ones that are black have really big problems. Now, let's go very patiently over to Lawrence County. As we look at Lawrence County, we can enter a zip code and get down and break it down even further. Therefore, when you put in the zip codes, you get things that look like this. Elwood City. $16 cases. Newcastle, 17 cases. Now, here's what's really the interesting part. When you click on this, you could go to data zip code, and I'm not going to pollute the screen with all this, but the zip code for Elwood City, which is really, really large. Okay, it goes into Beaver County and goes all the way up to maybe even touching Butler County. They have 16 people. Now, not all 16 of those are sick. When you look at Newcastle, which stretches almost down into the heart of the Elwood City zip code, that's Wayne Township, we have 17. So, what they're not telling you is the people that got better in this, got well. The Shanning Township, 16105, 10. So Just doing the math, 33 and 10 is 43. Right there, you're within 16 of the total number of the county. You go to Pulaski, nothing. You go to Volant, nothing. You go to Slippery Rock, they go into Butler County. It has 6. So what am I telling you here? By zip code, those 6 may be all over there at Slippery Rock, and Newcastle and Mercer just have that Slippery Rock zip code, and we get credit for the 6 they don't have, that we don't have. Right there is 49. You're within 10. Keep in mind, 5 died. That's 54. So you're within 5. And the rest of it just doesn't make any sense because you've got no positives. Okay, so when you're looking at places like, I don't know, Fawnbell, or here's one. West Pittsburgh. There's no other cases around. Now, I don't want to sound like Kennedy. I don't want to sound like Tucker Carlson. But why would you instill fear in everybody by coloring your map red? Okay? All red. We're all bad. When it isn't true. The multicolored map, and you break down the numbers, now all of a sudden, whoa. Listen, our health system here in Lawrence County very much isn't overburdened. If we can't, 59 people, and 5 died, that's 54, and some got better. If we can't handle 40 people, we're in trouble. Now, they have a beautiful facility in Elwood that's sitting empty. Why wouldn't our illustrious governor, and I don't mean to be insulting here, but why wouldn't he mobilize and say that facility is going to be open? Well, apparently it wasn't needed. That's why. So if it was handled between the Beaver Medical Center or whatever's down there and UPMC Jameson, well, what it means is Lawrence County's problem was basically eradicated. The virus isn't blowing in the wind. You know, just like Simon and Garfunkel, the answer isn't blowing in the wind. It's just that's the way it is. Don't instill fear and panic in people. And again, now 25 to 49, now the number's under 40%, down to 39%. 50 to 64, the number's at 28%, and 65 and older, the number's at 24%. 65 and older are basically retired folks. So I want to remind you of that. The DEP of Pennsylvania announces Project Climate Change to impact and support planning for Pennsylvania's future. There's a liberal agenda. And we covered their virtual news conference. State police spring and summer youth camps are canceled. Don't believe any of this is a good thing. And with that, I'm going to go to the weather. Currently outside 51 degrees, and here you go. Humidity 52%, wind speed southwest 14 miles an hour, gusting to 22, barometric pressure 29.45, dew point 34, and visibility 10. And wind chill 46, so you know. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the radar. Here you go. Rain to our north, rain to our west. The rain is coming, and that's the best, I can tell you. And Pittsburgh, doesn't matter if you got Pittsburgh or Cleveland, you got the same deal. Let's go to Lawrence County 45 weather. We'll be back. Coming, and that's the best, I can tell you. And Pittsburgh, doesn't matter if you got Pittsburgh.
BSB, Big Shot Bobs are the wings for me. 50 flavors, make it right, you see. BSB has sandwiches you have to try. Stop in and you'll know why. Every day the beat you see. Call BSB to Big Shot Bobs are the wings for me. 50 flavors, make it right, you see. BSB has sandwiches you have to try. Stop in and you'll know why. Every day the beat you see. Call BSB to Big Shot Bobs are the wings for me. And they want flavors. Make it right where in your food has sandwiches you have to try. Stop it and you'll know why. Every day you see. Call BSB to Big Shot Bobs are the wings and they want flavors. Make it right where in your food has sandwiches you have to try. Stop it and you'll know why. Every day you see. Call BSB to Big Shot Bobs are the wings and they want flavors. Make it right where in your food has sandwiches you have to try. Stop it and you'll know why. Every day you see. Call BSB to Big Shot Bobs are the wings and they want flavors. Make it right where in your food has sandwiches you have to try. Stop it and you'll know why. Every day you see. Call BSB to Big Shot Bobs are the wings and they want flavors. Make it right where in your food has sandwiches you have to try. Stop it and you'll know why. Every day you see. Call BSB to Big Shot Bobs are the wings and they want flavors. Make it right where in your food has sandwiches you have to try. Stop it and you'll know why. Every day you see. Call BSB to Big Shot Bobs are the wings and they want flavors. Make it right where in your food has sandwiches you have to try. Stop it and you'll know why. Every day you see. Call BSB to Big Shot Bobs are the wings and they want flavors. Make it right where in your food has sandwiches you have to try. Stop it and you'll know why. Every day you see. Call BSB to Big Shot Bobs are the wings and they want flavors. Make it right where in your food has sandwiches you have to try. Stop it and you'll know why. Every day you see. Call BSB to Big Shot Bobs are the wings and they want flavors. Make it right where in your food has sandwiches you have to try. Stop it and you'll know why. Every day you see. Call BSB to Big Shot Bobs are the wings and they want flavors. Make it right where in your food has sandwiches you have to try. Stop it and you'll know why. Every day you see. Call BSB to Big Shot Bobs are the wings and they want flavors. Make it right where in your food has sandwiches you have to try. Stop it and you'll know why. Every day you see. Call BSB
Welcome back, and let's get to this. Liquor Control Board resuming its limited special order program. And why not? Because, hey, it's a birthday list, and here you go. Herb Surgeons, Sherry Blundo, Stacy Barker, Roxanne Iorio, Lori Carbone, Betty Duty, and Jeannie Steele. Now we're going to go Darlene Bazzullo, Kim Avon, Tyler Kervich, Sean Anderson, G.J. Elias. Happy birthday, people. Get that second piece of birthday cake. And now, I highly urge my people of Italian descent to go out there and watch Rodia Comedy. Very hilarious. The guy, he is really, really good. Does a lot of Italian things. And it's like absolutely excellent. Jenny Miller, hello. And the Wolf administration reminds you against scams. I know there's a few people that think, oh, the businesses are off, they're getting rich. Yeah, right, okay. They'll try and get your bank account information and so much more. There's nobody that's going to call you asking for that, folks. Make sure that you know it and don't give out any of that. And it's called Economic Security in the CARES Act, okay, not stimulus check. And well, that we set out the road to recovery. It's May 8th. He did say that that's a hard date. He's not backing off of that. And we'll go from there. Governor Wolf did put the safety net with food. So, and he wrote NCTV45, taking the time to do that, and we appreciate that, Governor. I'm not happy with his red map, but we'll keep you going on this. And just so you know, Butler, they had 43 positives in their zip code, as compared to Newcastle with 17. That's why I said Newcastle, Lawrence County, they should open it real quick. Paul, congratulations on your retirement at the end of the school year. Very good. So let's go to this. We'll be back and with a wrap right after the end of the school year.
There's more than meets the eye. Gotta give them Newcastle a try. They're a small town for there's more than meets the eye. Gotta give them Newcastle a try. They're a small town for there's more than meets the eye. Newcastle a try. They're a small town for there's more Newcastle a try. They're a small town for
Well, folks, that's going to do it here for NCTV 45. Remember, if you want to keep community television on the air, right at the bottom of your screen, go to nctv45.com, the right side. There's a donate button. If you prefer to use the U.S. Postal Service, well, you can do that too by going to NCTV45, P.O. Box 7545, Newcastle, PA. And remember, $1, $5, every little bit helps. It keeps community television on the air for you. Now, make sure that you tell a friend and have a friend tell a friend about NCTV45. They'll be glad you did. And when they say, oh, but I don't watch a lot of TV, you can tell them that NCTV45 is available anytime on your time. Yes, a train that runs on your schedule, that's NCTV45 right here in Lawrence County. Now, we're going to pick the song of the day, and here you go as we do a little spin, and I think this just sums it up. Harper Valley PTA. Now, make sure that you get that second cup of coffee and have a super day in what I call the greatest castle in the world in the county of Lawrence. So have a great day, everybody, and we will see you again real soon. Little Harper Valley PTA. Hey, have a great day in the county of Lawrence.
And she said, Mama got a note here from the Harper Valley PTA.
Little Harper Valley PTA.
Well, the note said, Mrs. Johnson,